Hey boys and girls, CPAC 97 back again. Danchee RidgeRock. What we're going to talk about today? Y'all got any ideas? I think you did because you seen the title. Okay, it's these bad boys times right here. Alright, that's the hub carriers, cup carriers, whatever you want to call them. We're going to find out which ones work. Okay? Alright, so as you can see, I've had these on for a little while. I mean, a couple weeks. Have a little bit of issue with them, but for overall, they're working pretty good. The plastic ones, they just kept breaking on me, so I'm kind of scared that since everything's metal here, it's going to transfer over, and these are going to be the weak part. You know, these I cannot find anything to replace them with, so they're going to have to be the weak part, I guess. But today we're going to be talking about putting these on and which ones fit and how to make them work. So if that's what you're interested in, stick around and we'll get them thrown on there for you. First thing you got to do is you got to order the parts, right? Alright, so I'll tell you which parts here in just a few minutes. As soon as we start getting into it, you know how I do. I'll go through what's what. If you checked out my last video I just uploaded, we actually did the steering link. Go back and check out that video if you want to know what's going on here and what parts fit it and all that good stuff. Sure does make a big difference. So I'm guessing the first thing we need to do is actually take all this back off. So you're gonna want to take all these back off. I've already pre-loosened everything, so it'll go a lot faster. So I'm just going to take all this stuff back off. And set all of it to the side because you will be putting it back on eventually. Take that back. Should probably took this screw out first, but no biggie. Set all that right there. Alright, now you can get to the hubs. These are actually replacements. Find any Traxxas, the hub hexes right here. Yeah, on the RidgeRocks, you take the wheel off, the hub comes off with it, the little axle pin falls out, you lose it, it's gone forever. Well, these are actually Traxxas ones, direct replacement. They are just a little bit loose on the axle, but once the tire is tightened up, you really don't notice it. But what it does is they actually snap on to the little pin, and you don't lose your little pin all the time. So I'm just going to take this right here and snap them off of the pins and catch that pin so it don't fall out. And it's going to be a pain. Alright, so got that off, got the pin off. We're going to set it to a side because we will be reusing them. Alright, so the only thing left now is take these out. They're Phillips heads. Take that off. You remember in my last video I told you to order some screws with shoulders. Yeah, these right here got shoulders too. These. I'm not going to reuse them. Set them to the side. Take the bottom one out. Knock things around and let things fall everywhere. You know how we do. Alright, so there's the old carrier, the old cup. This one still in pretty decent shape. I'm going to save it for my dad, my brother, my nephew. All of them's got stuff like this, so spare parts for them. Set that to the side. Okay, well that's as far as we need to go actually taking that apart. The next thing you're going to need to see is the carrier. Okay. And then you're going to need to see a little bearing. It's just a little tiny bearing, and it actually goes in the front. Just snaps in the front like that. The big bearing actually goes on the inside, just like this, if you can get it in there straight. So now that's on the inside. And look here, it's an aluminum cup. Now this axle cup, it's not quite as long threaded as the original. So whenever you put the lug nuts on the wheel and screw it in, they don't screw in very far. They don't screw in far as all. So it's not a huge deal that I've found so far, because these things aren't running 100 mile an hour. You know, they're running pretty slow, and they don't really loosen up the lug nuts. So I hadn't had a problem with it yet. So anyway, you're gonna take this, right, and then from the back you're gonna stick this new axle right down through there, and the thing's just gonna fall right out and run away from me. But it's not a huge deal right now. We're not even gonna stress it. So what we are gonna do is actually, we're gonna pause right here and let me get another one, because I got them right here. They come in the pack that you buy all these from. So if you see an edit, that's why. Just cause my clumsy butt, I just knock stuff out and lose it. Okay, now it's back in. So we're good to go again. So now you're just gonna put your axle pin back in. You know, in that little hole. Slide it in. I like to do it about even, half and half. And then you're gonna take your hex. Like I said, this is a Traxxas hex. You actually slide it on there, make sure it lines up in that groove real good, and then actually give it a little bit of force, and it snaps on. Hopefully you heard that, but it don't come off like the Danchee does. Piece of junk design. Alright, so guess what? Guess what's ready to go now? This thing's ready to go on. You know, you just put your little slits, line them up with your pin there, and they just slide right on. Oh boy, we're getting close, ain't we? Alright. Remember whenever we was doing steering arms, I told you to order some of these Traxxas with the shelves. The screws we took out up top, that's where these go, because there's a big old hole there, and these little shoulders, they kind of fill in the gap so that it doesn't slosh around. Now whenever you're doing this, you're gonna notice there's a large gap in between this and the plastic piece. There's also gonna be a big gap between this and the plastic piece. I took my multimeter and I measured it, and it come out about 4 inches. Sometimes, if you're lucky, you can look, and Axle makes spacers, and these are actually, if I'm giving a frame there, these are actually Axle spacers. These are 2 millimeters, 2 millimeter by 6. Okay, they got a M3 hole. They're 2 millimeters thick. Okay, they're almost, if not perfect, to fill in the gaps on top and the bottom. Okay, what I'm trying to tell you is, good luck finding these. I don't know if they've discontinued them. I don't know if nobody keeps them in stock. Axle don't have them in stock. They're very, very few of them. I have bought a couple of packs of these because I needed a couple of packs of them. So, and I've got an extra pack in case I lose any. So, good luck finding these. You may be able to make them yourself. Find somebody that's got them, but they are 2 millimeters thick. Okay. So, what they do is they actually go in that spot there. Now, I'm going to take one and try to line it up on the bottom. It's a little bit of a pain because you're trying to line it up with the hole so you can get the screw in and all that good jazz. They do have different colors of these, but like I said, good luck finding them. And I actually think that's pretty decent. I've got it kind of lined up there. So cool. I got the bottom one in there. That looks pretty. That looks pretty awesome, don't it? That purple with the orange. So now you're just gonna do the same thing for the top. I think the top's a little harder to do, just because. I don't know why. Just because. So let me tighten this one up just a little bit. If I wasn't making a video, I'd go through and I'd actually be putting Loctite on these bolts. Since it's metal to metal, always use Loctite. Always. On metal to metal parts, aluminum, whatever, use Loctite. And I think I thought I had some here, but guess what? It gone. She gone. She gone. I got some red, but I'm not using red on it because I won't never be able to get it back loose. Anyway, I will be going back with blue Loctite. This is just get y'all going and show you what's going on. So, alright, I want to take this one back out and see if I can get this 2 millimeter washer in there. Without it falling out. I'll tell you what, boys, if I was any better, y'all couldn't stand to watch me. The other thing I'd say about using Loctite with this, Loctite's going to be your friend because whenever you tighten this down, whenever you tighten these screws up, it is going to get real tight right here just because it's going to make everything kind of bind. So if you put Loctite in it and let it sit for a little bit, you don't have to tighten these up so much. So the screw can be actually a little looser. And the Loctite will actually hold it and keep the screw from, backing out. But it will give you some play so that you don't wear out your servo. It's not working it so hard and straining it. Okay. Well, guess what, boys and girls? That's the first one done. Hey, how about that? So I'm going to jump over here. I'm going to do this other one. I'm going to pause you just a second because I just showed you how to do that one. I'm going to do this one off camera because it's redundant. It's the same thing. I will be right back. So, guys, back. It was about 10 minutes for me. Half a second for y'all probably. Guess what? Found my blue Loctite. Alright, so I got them all Loctite already. So we good there now. I went ahead and done that off camera. Yeah, Loctite. It is what it is. Look it up if you don't know how to use it. Alright. So there you go. You got axle carriers and new cups, metal, aluminum. Great thing because you ain't going to break no more of them. I am a little worried about these. I have not broken one yet, and it's been a few weeks. That's not saying that they won't break. So just be warned, if you do all this stuff, it's going to move to the weakest point. These are no longer the weakest point. This is going to be the next weakest point. Possibly. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. Alright, so now you're going back, put your steering linkage back on. If you watch my other video, I told you to leave all this in. You know, there's this adjustment screw right here to leave that in. Well, now you're gonna take it out. Okay, so you literally need to take it out. Okay, so this side's in. You're gonna have to take it out. Yeah, take it out. Screw it out. Yeah. It's a little harder with the plastic side, especially doing it without a tool. Alright, there it is. Okay, hold on to it. Don't never know if you need it again or not. But now you got the plastic. You got the plastic side, and then you got a side that ain't got nothing in it. Hopefully, all of you guys watched my video on these links here. There's a part that you had to buy. I told you to buy one bag of them, and it's the threaded connector rods that actually connect the plastic in the thing. But you should have had 2 left after you did the conversion here. So guess what? You're going to use the other one. I swear, I dropped everything, and then I had to pick it up. So you're going to use the other one. So like I said in the other video, you know, you got one side that hex will actually fit into. It's the 0.5 millimeter hex. Just like that right there, 0.5 millimeter hex. Okay, you want to screw it in on the plastic side just cause it's the hardest to get screwed in. So just try not to cross thread it, you know, or put it at an angle or nothing like that. But you're just going to screw it all the way in. Screw it in as far as it'll go. Screw it, screw it, screw it, screw it, screw it, screw it, screw it. If you did not do these links, then the part number for these, they're axial parts. They are AXA186. Okay, and they're 16 millimeters. I believe actual stuff, if you change a number on them, like instead of 186, you go like 185, they'll be like 14 millimeter. So I mean, it's pretty easy to figure out. But anyway, once you get that all screwed in, go ahead, because the next part is going to go metal to metal. So what you got to do, you got to Loctite it. So go ahead and just put your dab of Loctite on it. Just keep things from working loose. Now, instead of having a gap in it to where you're going to adjust it and all that good stuff, if you look at it now, if you line these up where they're kind of straight, it's way too big. Okay, so you want to run it all the way down so that, you know, the plastic's actually smashed up against the aluminum rod there. Okay, so you want your little bend to be down. That way it misses this servo horn. And that's pretty close, as long as you got both sides run all the way in, as long as they're all the way tight. So what you can do now is go ahead and put your remember this screw from the other video. It's got that bushing adapter on it. You see the little adapter on it. It always goes on the side with the steering horn connector right there. So you can go ahead and put that back on. This screw is going in the middle now. So Loctite. This thing's got 2 holes in it. You can put it in either one you feel like it needs to be in. I always do the inside one. You know, the one closest to the middle of the truck. That's what I did on the front anyway, and it seems to work just fine. Just thread that up there, get it good and snug. Take your other screw, the one with the shoulder that's already in it, the tracks the one with the shoulder, and just do it on the other side. Now this is the same arm that we used. This right here, this is the same arm that we used for whenever we had the plastic bar down here. It kind of needed to be adjusted out so that your tires and stuff were straight. If you look, that's pretty darn straight. They're pretty straight and lined up. If for some reason you can't get enough adjustment inwards on the bar to actually bring the toe out, you know, if you're gonna bring it in, it's gonna bring the inside toe out. You can cut these off just a little bit. They're actually threaded back a good ways. I wouldn't go no more than maybe an 1/8 on one side, 1/8 on the other side. If that's not enough, then I would cut about an 1/8 on the plastic. 1/8 on the plastic. That should give you more of enough adjustment, you know, to actually, you know, bring it in so that, you know, you can get some more adjustment out of it. Like I said, it's threaded pretty good in there. These, I've already turned on the power switch and let the servo center itself, and it looks right on. I mean, it is really freaking close. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put the screw back in it, and I'm gonna call it pretty straight. Now, if I see that it's tracking a little funny, then I will come in here and I'll make adjustments here, and I will make adjustments here, like I was saying. But that's going to be it's not going to be a standard for every vehicle, so you're going to have to adjust it for your vehicle, not my vehicle. Understand? So like I said, right now it's looking pretty decent on mine, so I'm just going to leave it like it is for the time being. But that is it, guys. I mean, there's your steering links, there's your hubs, and there's your aluminum cups. That's everything I've found so far that would break, and everything that I can find so far that parts actually work. So I'm guessing you're all wanting to know what these parts are. They're off of a Red Cat Volcano. I think that is a nitro car. Like I said, these are off of a Red Cat Volcano. I don't have a part number, but the Amazon does have them in stock, and I will put the item number on the screen throughout the video. Or, you know, I'll just put it right here. But Amazon's got the parts, and the good thing is these come in a pack that has 2 fronts and 2 rears, but they're different now. So you'll need to buy 2 packs of these, and they're not cheap. They're about $15 a pack, so it's about $30 for all 4. The good thing is it comes with the bearings. The bad thing is it does not come with the axle cups. So it's getting a little bit expensive. I don't know how much money you want to spend on a $100 rock crawler to do all these upgrades. I kind of enjoy doing it. I love the RidgeRock. It crawls really well. It climbs really well. It's just a fun truck. I'm to the point where I would almost rather buy a more upgradable truck that, you know, costs about the same amount as wood I've already got put into this thing. So that's up to you though, guys. These do work. Um, the only downfall I have had so far is the cups where they slide in some. It looks like the cup may be wearing a little bit. I'm guessing from high torque. Whenever you turn the wheel and it puts it in a bind, that metal on metal is kind of wearing the cup, the slots in the cup a little bit. If you don't know what I'm talking about and can't figure out what I'm talking about, shoot me a message and I'll take one of them off and I'll show you what I'm talking about. It hasn't become a problem yet. You're probably still going to break parts on this thing, um, but it's fun to upgrade. So there you go. If I missed anything, I'm going to rewatch the video before I upload it. I'll try to put annotations in there, what I missed or whatever, because like I said, I'm just now getting back into this, getting comfortable talking to you guys again. Please, 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 like and subscribe, share with your friends, share on any forums you have. It'll help me a lot. I need to recuperate some of this money I'm spending on $100 rock crawler. So, if you guys don't mind, CPAC 97 out. Appreciate you guys. Thanks.